everyone, welcome back to the Monday Starter. I've got a bit of a different thing we're doing today. I'm here with Mr and Mrs Bradford. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And they're pretty special. I've known them for quite a long time now. Feel like I'm a bit of extended family. But they've achieved something in life that I would call successful. So what we talk about a lot is success and things in life. But I think what Mr and Mrs Bradford have achieved is extraordinary. So how long have you both been married?
69 years.
69 years, almost 70 years. That's a bit unheard of. So,
That's right.
That's a bit special. So how did you meet?
Well, we were both in the services,
Yeah.
and we went to a dance at Marrickville Town Hall,
Yeah,
and we met there,
you met there.
and that was it.
Was it love at first
Love
sight?
at first
Yeah. And then you sort of courted for a while, and
Courted for a while, yes.
Yeah.
That was probably in about the March,
yeah.
and then we were married the following June.
Wow. It's almost a shotgun
Shotgun
wedding. Very, very good. Well, I've got a couple of questions on that. What's been the best part of the 70-year marriage?
Oh. Well, I suppose the love we have for each other and the care we have for each other.
That's great. Mm.
And we only had the one son, but he's been quite good. And
Yep.
it was very interesting rearing him. We would have liked more children, but they weren't sent to us.
No, happy with the one?
Happy with it. Yep.
And so would that be the highlight, you think, the son that you
I
had?
think so,
That
yeah.
the highlight?
Yep.
And the love for each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been the biggest challenge?
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose it was hard times, like it was
Yeah.
just after the war,
what year did you get married?
45.
45. Okay, so that's just after World War
Just
II?
42, yeah.
Yeah, so what
So,
was that time like?
Well, it was very hard. You think it a bit strange, but it was hard to get work because Jack worked for the, oh God, who was it? The Maritime.
Yeah.
But then when he came back, he had to not get into that job because they were bringing soldiers back and they had to get their jobs back.
Ah,
So then he found it very difficult to get another job.
right. So what did you do then? The microphone's on, isn't it? Yeah. What did you do then?
Well, he went looking for work and it took him, I think, about 3 months to get work.
Wow. Was it tight at
It
home?
was tight.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we didn't have much money. I mean, with being in the services, well, you weren't paid big money.
Mm.
So I suppose, yes, we did do it tough. Jack used to go out and clean windows for people and any little bit of work he could get.
Wow.
And we only had a one bedroom and a little kitchen when we first got married. And Jack used to clean the windows for this lady, and we didn't have to pay rent.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Mm.
Do you think that live within your means culture has changed
Definitely.
a lot these days?
I think that's where the problem is, because the children today
Mm.
want to start where their parents finished.
Yeah, right.
They want
That's
boats
true.
and they want cars and they want a house full of furniture,
Yeah.
and they just want too much, and they're not getting any pleasure out of it because they don't know what it's like not to have those things.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
you know, you're not working for them because it's all thrown at them.
It's just easy.
Easy,
There's no appreciation, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
that's right.
I've got some more questions for you.
How am I doing? How am I
Very
doing?
good. You're doing awesomely. Awesomely. So, what do you think the secret is to a marriage like this? Like, what's the secret?
Well, the secret, number one, is to be very honest with each other
Okay.
and don't have any secrets.
Right. That's good advice. Isn't it? So be honest with each other and don't have any secrets.
Secrets, yes. And if things are not going too good, at least sit down and talk about it
Yeah.
and don't have a fight about it.
Yes.
And never go to bed being bad friends because you mightn't wake up.
That's true. That's true.
Good point.
And then
Yeah.
you'd be very sad, the one that was left.
Have you had many arguments?
Well, we've had our share of arguments, but no bad arguments.
No bad arguments?
No.
Wow, that's good.
No.
Have
They're
to-
very trivial.
I have to show Shelley this video.
Well, we didn't have much to argue about,
Mm.
really. I mean, I think a lot of the arguments today would be that people wanting so much.
Yes.
And the husband's not providing those wants perhaps with the wife.
Yeah.
And then she gets a bit uptight and why can't I have it? Mrs Jones has got it.
Yes. Yes.
And
that pressure it brings into the home.
Into the home.
Yeah. So, what do you think? I think you sort of answered my next question in a way. I was going to say, what's the most significant change? Like, there's a lot of divorce that happens these days.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot.
Yep.
Like, what do you think is the most significant change today compared to then? You sort of answered it with, you know, that.
Well, I think really that people are not getting married today. They're living together.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they're having big weddings, and I say, what for?
Yeah.
There's no excitement attached to it.
That's true.
That you know, and they have the family first, and then they decide to get married.
Sort of back to front.
Well, my father would have had the shotgun. But
Yeah,
you wouldn't
true.
disgrace your family. Well, there's no disgrace in your family today.
Yes. Yeah.
But, you know, it was a disgrace to do that. You wouldn't disgrace your family by coming home pregnant.
No.
So,
No, you wouldn't.
no.
So did you guys have sex before you got married?
No.
No. You got married and then, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I was just wondering. I was like, okay, yeah. So well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
very, very good. So if you could give yourself some advice, 70 years, you know, back then, some advice that, you know, to yourselves, what would you say? If you're just starting out in marriage or thinking about getting married,
Yeah.
what would be the advice looking back across your life?
Well, I don't really know that. What advice to give there?
Yeah,
You've stumped me.
You can think about that one for a minute. I've got one more question for you. One more question. Would you have done anything different?
Definitely not.
No.
No, we've been very, very happy.
That's an answer with conviction. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's we just live for each other.
Yeah. That's why it's been successful.
Successful, yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that question looking
Yeah.
back. If there's a lot of people watching this right now that are struggling in their marriage,
Mm-hmm.
or they're younger people that are thinking of getting married, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would say not to want everything too quickly.
Okay. Slow and
So
steady?
Slow and steady, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, not to rush in,
Mm.
particularly into too much debt, because that's where the trouble is.
Yes.
And I have never owned a credit card,
Ever?
ever.
Wow.
When they first came out, they were posted to us and I cut them up. Because
That'll solve it.
we were told, when we were growing up, if we had the money we could go out and buy it. But until we had that money we were not allowed to buy it.
Wow.
But, and we had lay-bys in our time too.
Yeah.
You either lay-byed it or you waited till you had the money.
Or you just didn't get it.
We
yeah.
didn't get it.
Yeah.
So we weren't brought up on credit.
No. Do you think
So
that's
it's
a
all
big
credit.
issue today?
Yep, definitely, because that's where all the problem comes from.
Mm.
Because the sales come and they all go out buying up stuff that they probably don't want half the time.
Yeah, true.
And then they decide they've got to pay for this credit card. Well, how am I going to do it?
Yeah.
Which I think must cause a lot of unsteadiness in the family
Yes.
and unrest, you know. They're coming home and they haven't got the money to do it. Well, what do you do? I couldn't stand that. That would drive me crazy
Mm.
if I was in all that debt.
Yes.
The only debt we've ever had was buying a home.
Yeah. It's paid off now, I guess. Is
Yep.
it? Yeah. So, well, we're going to end it here. But if there's people watching this that want their marriage to work, but it's just not happening,
Mhm.
what would you say to them? If they're finding it like the grass is greener, they're thinking the grass is greener, they might have kids, and they're just having a difficult time getting their marriage to work, what would you say to them?
Well, are they in love with each other in the first place?
Mm.
If they're really in love, they would be working something out somewhere along the line if they really cared for each other.
Yep.
You would try very hard to rectify whatever
Yep.
the problem was.
That's true.
Is that good enough?
That's a great answer. Probably way better than I could even think of. All right, that's great. Thanks,
That's
Mrs
right.
Bradford. Thanks, Mr Bradford. Well, guys, there you go. That's a pretty rare thing to see people this happy 70 years later. Lots of great advice in there. There's so much gold in that. I'd say watch the interview again, and that's pretty much a recipe for success in life. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.